Hello everyone and welcome back to the Garena LVL. Once again, my name is Vulcan. And with me is Atlas, your shoutcasters entering Match 1 of Game 2 between UST, Teletigers versus iAcademy Game Changers.
And that last game was actually very well played by both teams. The beginning part was actually very nice coming from iAcademy. However, it seems like their initial focus on their preferred lane did not translate well coming into mid-game, and eventually in that last battle where they got absolutely wiped out. And still, this continues the fact that for the schedule we have today, let's look at the schedule for now. Right now, UST is at 1-0 against iAcademy, and then they still have to win the 3 remaining games they have for today if they want to have even a single chance of going against TIP as they are first place. So it's really going to be a long day here for the Teletigers. As for iAcademy, they will try to break that dream that they have.
And as far as we can say, I want the viewers out there to stay tuned for the last game, TUP versus UST, where we just might find out who will be first seed. But as right now, the Teletigers have to secure one more win if they want to go 2-0, and if they want to go 2-0 and then face off against TUP in a same score, 9-1.
Definitely. So it's going to be absolutely grueling for the Teletigers for today, but let's get right into it. For Game 2's pick and bans, right away banning away the Sejuani. They did use it in the previous game, but it seems like for this one they have different priorities, and they don't want iAcademy Game Changers to get that absolutely terrifying engage potential from the Sejuani. The Camille and the Morgana are locked away, so they're really locking away a lot of these engage potentials, these dive potentials as well, come from iAcademy, while iAcademy is taking away the Vayne from Carrots, and the Tristana, which he's very much used to, and the Zoe.
And so far for UST, they will be prioritizing this Jarvan, which Hio did use to, I would say, great extent, because the early pressure was there. Hio did his job well.
Yeah, Hio is a very patient jungler. He waits a lot, but when he does actually go for the gank, it really pays off dividends for iAcademy. We'll see what... Oh, he might actually be going for the Kha'Zix for this game. Very similar in the way that he wants early pressure and early kills on that Kha'Zix. But as for UST, they'll be going for the Jace as well as the Varus. As for iAcademy, they will have their own mid laner for this one. So will be Vladimir, locking in the Ashe as well still for Epsil.
This is interesting because this is actually the first time where I see UST drafting rather very aggressive, because we're seeing a Jace, we're seeing a Varus, heavy poke compositions coming in from the Teletigers' first picking phase, but paired up with Cell, so I can say it's safe to assume that Cell will have to build very defensively to really complement the Jace and the Varus.
Yeah, just complement all of that poke that they have. They will need a little bit of the tankiness possibly. However, for this composition, it seems like they will still be going all in here, going for the support, the Shen actually, for one of their champions.
Interesting, so this could
It's going to be really divey for this one.
Oh, so it would be a top Shen and a mid lane Jace.
So it's going
against
to
the Vladimir, but the Ornn was left open. So
Ornn is left open, and then iAcademy will actually take that. So very good balance of picks here for iAcademy. They have the support Misfortune as well for that. Possibly, it's going to be Cassiopeia, not the Ornn. So that will be the configuration here for iAcademy.
So
top lane, it will be the Vladimir.
It will be a top Vladimir and MF support. So this does kind of resemble the same draft we saw from the iAcademy, where they still have this oppressive bot lane, but it was sad because they couldn't use it properly in the first game. But now they have a Misfortune, which is very annoying, paired up with an Arcane Comment and make it rain. That's a guaranteed hit with the Arcane Comment.
There's definitely a lot of these oppressive bot lanes come from iAcademy, but UST's unfazed, seeing as they did lock in here the Leona with a Varus. So really, they will try to set up a lot of these pokes, and then once they're whittled down, that's when they'll dive in. And they have a little bit of safety as well from the Shen. So it's really well balanced here from UST. From iAcademy, it seems it will be still that very much a lot of poke, and then when they get into the actual fights, their sustained damage is second to none.
So I think this is going to be a very interesting game of patience, Atlas, because you're talking about a poke competition like the Jace and the Varus, and the finishing blow, the Leona and the Jarvan engage. But for the Game Changers, they're playing a rather powerful late game champions, I would say, because Cassiopeia and a Vladimir, those two together can just wreak havoc, but still, itemization could be rather easy. But let's see it all in execution. This is match 1 of game 2 between the Teletigers versus the Game Changers.
UST versus I Academy. This really is a big test for the Teletigers, while I Academy still has a lot to prove for themselves in this game. I'm seeing how they play out their level 1s. I Academy setting up a death brush here. A little bit of emote spam for us. It seems like they will try to go for the invade, but they will get spotted out by Babyface.
Looks like they know they're there, so the element of surprise will not be in favor for the Game Changers, so they just back off. Take it easy for now, because the Teletigers are sitting at a 1-0. For now, will this be a 2-0? We'll see.
And we'll definitely have to see how everything goes. If Carrots and Crescio actually get something there,
I think they're going for a rather late invade, perhaps, or rather something cheesy.
Cheese is definitely something that can help you out when it comes to these points in the group stage where you just really need all of those wins. But here it seems like they will just have their standard starts here. Both of these junglers starting around the bottom side, going for something possibly at the top side or mid lane.
This is very mirrored in the sense that looks like the priority would be in the mid to bot, so the bot lane will be left to farm. This is the same strat that I think UST loves to play. I mean, the bot lane rather loves to play rather defensively, waiting for them to spike, and that's the time you let the Carrots go. Let him set him free. But looks like a very cheesy level 2 gang. Oh, the knock-up! Very close. Very, very close.
UST making good use of that Jarvan, but taking out the flash from Import is going to help out Sarah a lot, especially he has the Ignite. He really wants to get some kills early on this mid lane. So having that flash away means that Babyface could possibly go for a repeat, even though his own flash was burned.
That was a very close call for Import, but a really great call by Babyface. So with that said, I think the flash will be burned for Import, so one summoner down could be an opener for a second gank in the mid lane. But as far as the Game Changers are playing,
he's already looping around.
Yeah, this bot lane is very aggressive, already pushing them towards their turret.
It really has no.
They're going in for a trade. Episode is quite low, so that's gonna be still Carrots rather losing in this trade here. But let's see how things will fare once the junglers intervene.
And that is going to be quite far for Hio, unfortunately. However, for UST, it seems like Babyface is looping around that side to the bot lane. It seems like he might actually catch them out. Right now, there is no ward for
here
Academy
comes
on this side. This is
Babyface.
dangerous.
Going in for the knockup. There it is. First blood on the Babyface. Now, let's see Episode left for the slaughter. That's going to be a double kill. Wow, that's very clean.
Definitely clean. There's no wards, so they didn't see Babyface coming when he was looping around the back. This does give Hio a little bit of time to counter jungle, but it was so worth it for Babyface. The fact that he was able to loop from his top side jungle down to the bot side without being noticed like that means that the bot lane of I Academy has to suffer this huge loss. And when you're ahead in 2 kills early game, that's so good for Crescio on that Leona, because that means it can just continue oppressing this supposedly the oppressor bot lane coming from I Academy. Now they will be the ones with the power.
So I think this is a scenario where the roles have been switched up again. This is the same scenario we saw in game 1. And I would say for the Teletigers, they are playing this rather defensively. Let Babyface do the work. Let Babyface be that bridge that connects them to their win condition. But Game Changers, I'm pretty sure that they're a bit frustrated at the pace they're going, but they can still try and remedy this. They are going for an Ash and Misfortune. Crescio free to roam. That's going to be a surprise there. Sarah gets the kill onto Import. With that much pressure in the bot lane, the fact that Crescio was able to roam to the mid lane What does that say about the bot lane?
Because Karis is safe on that bot side, knowing that after getting the kill, iAcademy will play a little bit safer around that side, and he can CS with a piercing arrow from afar if ever he needs to. That allows Crusher to actually go mid lane. During all of that transition where iAcademy's bot lane was going back to lane, he used that time to go around to that brush in the mid lane and give a lot more power to the UST mid lane here. And Sarah getting that kill is already ahead in CS over Import. It's going to be quite dangerous because statistically Sarah has the highest numbers in the LVL right now in terms of the mid lane, and that's actually going to be really scary if you consider that right now he's way ahead of Import, who's still scaling up. He is a Cassiopeia.
Well said indeed, because the fact that Sarah already gets that Serene Dirk, it's already a statement in itself, and you have more damage. But with that said, looks like iAcademy Game Changers, they're going for the early Cloud Drake, and I guess for the Game Changers, they're really rushing out this Cloud Drake. Babyface in the scene.
This could be dangerous.
Very dangerous indeed, but they will risk it all. Pressure's here.
Pressure's right around the corner. This
Senegal
is definitely risky.
Looks like Senegal will be the sacrifice to the Teletigers. Babyface is on a killing spree, and one more stack, one more hit. Finish it off with a piercing arrow, but no, that kill will not happen here for Carrots.
Still level 5 without the ultimate from the virus. He's not able to finish that off, but pushing him out of the lane, and while his wave is pushing in, means that he is able to get a lot more here in this bot side, and Episode needs to back away. He's missing quite a lot actually, and with Sinigang dead, that was a very dangerous Drake, and they actually they did take it, but the payoff is not as much and not as visible as if it was a Mountain Drake or an Infernal Drake. For the Cloud Drake, the value isn't as much at this pace of the game.
Wonder why they risk it all here, forcing on a flash from Sinigang. And the first turret of the game still not secured. Here comes Hio onto Babyface. There's the slow. There's the stasis in the works here. That's going to be Stand United. Whoa, the coordination from Cell will help Babyface survive that dive.
They have to be mindful about what's happening there in the top side now that Cell has left it. Of course, that turret is still very, very healthy. Look at that, over 75%. So first turret will not be taken just yet. It might be UST's move to go for the bot side here, but it's a little bit too risky, so they back off, knowing that there's really no rush for them to take first turret right now.
I really love how Crescio rushed that boots of mobility. Oh, so cheesy. That's how he was able to roam to from bot lane to mid lane and give Sarah that easy kill onto Import. So looks like the Teletigers, they know what they want to do. They know their strat. They're sticking to it. And now the results are in. 4-0 kill score, nearing the 8-minute mark.
Yeah, it's going to be very dangerous as well when these kills are distributed to Babyface on that Jarvan, meaning he's going to get a lot of his items early, and now he's going for a little bit more tankiness, really focusing on staying in that fight while the rest of his team hammers down on the rest of iAcademy. And Sarah getting that one kill has not snowballed yet in terms of kills. However, looking at Import, his CS score is almost half of what Sarah has right now, and that is such a huge deficit. And it's quite understandable considering the natural item curve that Import has on that Cassiopeia, but that is such a huge detriment.
I mean, you can't blame Import for the fact that this Cassiopeia has to still hatch from the egg, because you're talking about a champion who is useless until you get the 2 core items on this Cassiopeia and the passive that you scale with levels. So that's just natural. Let's see if the Game Changers can delay this game and remedy that disability and make it into their favor, because we're seeing a Vladimir, a Cassiopeia. I'm pretty sure that the damage that they can bring to the late game will be powerful.
And right now, even if Hio has been missing those ganks, he is still quite ahead in terms of clearing the camps against Babyface, because right now 40 to 56. That should be a few hundred gold, enough for him to get over a few items. However, but because of the kill score difference as well, Babyface is super ahead. But this isn't over for iAcademy just yet.
Yes, looks like Import will be getting the catalyst moving on to the roll, but Sarah tries to face check the red side here. Hio cannot handle that brute force. Already That's short. From the completion item, that's going to be a Yoma's Ghost Plate or a Dust Plate, we'll see. But normally, those are Ghost Plates on a Jace. And if Sarah completes that Ghost Plate, I don't think Import will have the safety to farm under his own turret. And
definitely, here comes Babyface.
Babyface just wants to further emphasize that fear that Import has in his own lane.
And he's pulling a lot of pressure from the sides as well.
He does not want this snake to scale at all.
And it's really a lot of pressure because he's pulling quite a lot come from
Oh my
IAC's
god.
side. Cresho's left alone.
Left alone, and an easy pickup for the Teletigers here.
They could easily transition this into the first turret of the game. They have possibly the flag coming from Babyface to boost the attack speed on Carrots and Cresho. Make it rain to try and defend it. Actually using the bullet time to really clear that out. It should be worth it for iAcademy for that one.
If you're delaying the first turret, that is pretty much worth it. Just from the fact that Carrots, you can see that he is building towards the Quinsus Rage Blade. So we won't be seeing that lethality virus because we know that Sarah will be the one dealing that burst damage. So it's up to Carrots. It's up to Carrots to be the one to be the continuous damage
it's the
for the
DPS,
Teletigers.
So they have a good mix of damage now, actually. They have tankiness from both Cell and Babyface. They have lots of engage from their tanks, as well as a lot of DPS come from Carrots. And when they're put in a position where they can't engage just yet, they have the threat of Sarah, who is really ahead right now, to go for those shot blasts from afar. And the thing with Sinigang and Episode there in the bot side is they don't have the luxury of having that look at that damage. Look, that really oppressive bot lane damage. Oh my god, he's going in.
Oh, he gets petrified though. Import was making it out alive here. Let it burn. See the world burn. Sarah gets the kill.
And that was really close as well with a Triumph, really just giving him that last bit of HP he needs. Oh
my god, you just, get away here. That was a close call here, forcing out his
flash. He needs a breather. He's stopping.
He's stopping. He needs to breathe. What just happened?
It's a near-death experience. He's going to have memories of that for the next few minutes.
Looks like he saw himself when he was a baby in that first side. That was a clear. The Void Assault was there to grant invisibility. Then it was like, oh.
That was a saving grace.
That was the saving grace.
But yeah, the fact that Cresho is roaming around with his Moby boots and face checking, killing these face checkers, it's actually so good for Carrots. He gets more levels for his abilities. He's able to solo farm this. He's able to oppress Episode. And this pulls Sinigang away from this lane a lot of times, leaving Episode quite vulnerable and leaving Carrots here free to just farm it out. And that's really what he wants right now.
And it's really close to completing that Rage Blade in the... Wow, that's rather fast because nearing the 13-minute mark, just level 8, already close to that Rage Blade. That just goes to show how much he's ahead. He has 1 kill to assist, a couple of more CS, if ever he does get the first turret of this game.
That's actually going to be the point of contention here because Sawyer is pushing out Cell quite a lot. That minion wave is doing a lot of work, but the bot lane turret actually just got destroyed. That was 1 hit away. That was the important part here because they had a lot of the freedom in the bot side, but Sawyer in the top side was actually pushing in Cell quite a lot. But they're very worth it for UST.
But look at Sawyer's pace here. Look how much this Vladimir is growing. And I can say
it's going to be scary.
It's going to be scary for the game changers against this Tigers here. So right now, to summarize the things that's going on here to the viewers out there, it looks like the kill score is 6-0. Always in favor of the Teletigers. Even Drake contests, but note that the single goal, the first turret, went to Carrots. That is huge.
That does give him essentially a few kills on his belt, which does allow UST to have a lot more freedom than transitioning all that pressure from the bot lane here to the middle of the map, and they're taking this turret quite quickly. However, iAcademy, lots of wave clear, but how long can this go on?
I think they can still stall because they have this Vladimir. I was just talking about Sawyer, but let's hope it doesn't die just yet.
This, but Sarah.
Ooh, home run here.
Oh man, that was right on the spot, and Cell was so confident in that fight with the damage that Shen alone brings, but Cresho might be in trouble.
Very low.
Carrots is right around, misses.
Wait, what? Flashes in towards the stun, knocks up to the air. Carrots gets the kill. Sinigang, not sure what he was thinking there, flashing in to a Leona and a Shen.
They thought they had a numbers and health advantage, but there, because Carrots was available and there was such a quick transition from Babyface that allowed them to just take that away in what would have been an otherwise losing fight. And here they're just extending their lead so far ahead.
And that's going to be the Teletigers again, further boosting themselves up into the mid game here. But let's not lose hope for the game changers, because
Definitely.
I would say late game happens, that's going to change everything.
I don't think that's a good idea. So
oh, got ignited. Just leave him to die from the burn. No stopwatch here. Oh!
He could actually survive. He is actually going to survive. Because iAcademy, that bought a lot of time for the rest of iAcademy to get here, but I really love how they put up Stera against Sawyer, because the threat that the Vladimir has against the Shen is able to just continue pushing him out. Babyface could still be going for this.
Oh my god.
He's hungry.
He wants to take down this Vladimir. He wants to take down Sawyer, because what happened there was not just the kill was not secure. What happened there? Pride was hurt there, because everything what Sarah did was calculated. He'll die from the burn. Pops the stopwatch. So, okay, I'll go in range to just pop one more basic attack to hit him. Then he goes Sanguine Pull. Then he's like, wait.
I'm out of here.
I'm out of here. Wait.
Because that was a lot of time for the rest of iAcademy to get there.
If Sarah just went in and hit him once, that would be the kill. But no, Sarah wanted to be very calculative.
However, even though they did not get the kill, they get a lot of damage onto this turret. And iAcademy is making some moves to try and protect this. Sawyer's not even completely healed up. And he's still trying to defend this, because that's the value of these turrets here. Opening up the map, a lot of gold for UST is going to be dangerous. He gets caught by the Zenith Blade.
Down and a double CC. Bullet time is in play. 3 members in the Lawata. That's going to be the dawn. And with Sawyer very low in health, Carrots takes the piercing arrow blow. Double kill in. Grace's rage play in the works. Triple kill for Carrots.
Oh man, I think iAcademy overestimated their chances there. Got caught with the bullet time. However, because, as I said, iAcademy's bot lane was having such a hard time, that bullet time was insubstantial. And that just allowed UST to take it, face tank it, and then retaliate back with so much damage, giving a triple kill onto Carrots. Let's break this down. Because what happens here is Zenith Blade, that's the very tip of the Zenith Blade, and they think they have the numbers advantage because Hio is right around the corner, but he's not able to put out his damage because UST pulls back. And that allows Carrots and Babyface to jump in. And here, Sinigang does not even deal a little bit of damage here.
I think for Hio, he should not overcommit. Let the Vladimir's damage do the works. An unneeded casualty in the top lane, but note that Carrots got an effortless triple kill there from the fact that
just right-clicked all over the place.
Right-click over with the Rage Blade passive there. Looks like Crescio and Babyface did all the work.
Damage!
You've got to respect that lethality build, but under turret, Crescio will not survive.
They do delay the inevitable there for the mid lane turret falling down, but Babyface is not losing any time here. He's still pushing in these waves, threatening to take more of the map and territory that iAcademy has.
Looks like the 10k gold lead is in play, Atlas. And once the 10k gold lead is already solidifying this early, bad news for the game changers, because what they had to remedy is kind of slipping away here, because no matter... Let's see the gold here. Oh my god, that's going to be very difficult.
Look at Carrots.
Very,
very close there. He could actually still fight import.
He can go in, actually. He does have the Rage Blade passive. He can just finish it off with a Piercing Arrow here. Piercing Arrow. Oh, he does not. Oh, he bamboozles that Vladimir. Letting... Oh, a close call for import. Sell.
Yeah, but the fake out there.
The fake out, indeed.
I thought they were going for the mid lane, but then again, Sword goes back in to try and clear the way, maybe getting a little bit of chip damage, but gets shot down in the process.
This is just...
Sarah! So close. But yeah, they were not respecting... That was very close if there was no Stand United, but because there was a Shen ultimate, that just stopped all their chances. The survival was there for Carrots with a lifesteal as well, and this just allows them to take over the map. Now they're taking this inhibitor on the top side.
Very easy indeed, but we might see Hio trying to go for an assassin. Eyes onto Carrots here because Hio wants to get that kill, but can't risk it anymore.
It's going to be a suicide mission if he goes
we're talking about a Leona with a double stun. Can lock you down for at least a solid 6 seconds,
3 seconds maybe.
If you count out with the ult, maybe a lot more.
Oh man, Sarah's just waiting around the wings, takes down Hio without any effort as he face checks that brush, and they really had that control ward there to see the movements of Academy. And here they have around 25 seconds to take this Rift Herald, and they could actually take it quickly. Sawyer.
Sarah doesn't care about the Rift Herald. He cares about taking down Sawyer. This is from the top lane. I want my pride back. Oh no! Again! Come on!
Again.
But still, Shock Blast is there. He will be getting his pride back, and will he survive though? Oh my god, the damage coming from Carrots! And Sarah is just ridiculous.
They made a huge mistake of bunching up together. The two of them made it opened up for the turn with the two disguise, and that AoE damage just made that fight so much easier for Carrots and Sarah. And here, I think at this point, that's what, 14k ahead. They're already onto the inhibitors. This is going to be very hard for Academy to get back.
Let's see, they do have the Rift Herald in the hands of Babyface, so we might see the Rift Herald joining in the victory screen here for the Tigers. But still, what can the Game Changers do with this huge deficit of 14,000?
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult for Academy here. They do have still that slightest potential with the Cassiopeia, with Sawyer, and with the Sinigang and Episode slowly scaling up right now. 0-3-1 and 0-5-2. CS a little bit on the really low side, and their mid lane as well. But if UST doesn't close out this game, they have a few more chances. But it's going to be a tall order for these guys.
And the Baron is live right now, the Mountain Drake.
Oh man, it's going to help them a lot more in finishing out this game.
Let's see how things will fare for the Game Changers here. Their final minutes in their game in the LVL of the last day of the group stages.
They have to be very careful with how they move here. Because if they get caught once again, because UST was always catching them off guard with the sheer damage that Sarah and Carrots have. But I'm sure at this point that they've learned not to take UST head on. But look at that, Carrots just face tanking these turrets in their last bits of HP. Can Hio actually get anything here? As a 0-3-1 Kha'Zix.
Close call. Sawyer goes under the Sanguine Pool. That's going to be bullet time. It's cancelled by the Solar Player. Dream Storm from the Leona. Carrots waiting for the right time to go in. Chain of Corruption in. That's going to be a lost CC. But the dunk coming from Babyface. And the dive with Carrots in backline dealing more damage. Gets the triple. Easy keezy.
And that is going to be the game here for UST and the match after taking out Academy once again in an all-in clash. They take away the game and get a 2-0. They're halfway to tying with TIP. And that's actually going to be quite scary for everyone here.
Yes, with TUP. And with that said, that's going to be the game for UST Tigers. TUP with a score of 9-1. They're going to be tying up with them. So stay tuned for that last game of today's broadcast of the LVL.
Wait, what? I don't think that's right. That was the first match for today.
Yes, I just said. Just to stay tuned for the last match of TUP.
Definitely. But yeah, that game was quite explosive. Very well played there by UST. Just being able to get ahead, Babyface, getting that early gank, and then looping around to the bot side, and then mid again. He lost almost no time there in that mid lane gank, and that really set up everything for the Tigers. So looking at the stats here, all of these kills onto Carrots. Carrots had a really slow curve going up, but once he got that triple kill in the top lane, that just sealed the rest of the deal. As for Sarah, getting that early kill, courtesy of Babyface, really allowed him to take over this game, while the Academy is just, so far, they tried to survive.
What a clean game.
Their composition scales too slowly, while their oppressive bot lane was not able to put out their power.
And let's look at the total damage dealt, and wow, Sarah with that Jace on the lethality.
It's going to be quite the ordeal for today for the rest of the teams.
Let's see the next match, though. I mean, I'm pretty excited for UST. They are tied with the UP going in for the playoff stage. So, battle for first seed. We'll see it in the last match, but stay tuned for the upcoming matches here in the LVL. We have been the Shoutcasters. My name is Vulcan, and with me was Atlas. See you after a short break.
Gets caught by the Zenith Blade.
Lockdown and a double CC. Blue time is in play. 3 members in the Lawate. That's going to be the Dawn. And with Sawyer very low in health, Carrots takes the piercing arrow blow. Double kill in. Grace's rage play in the works. Triple kill for Carrots.
Oh, man, I
gets
think
cancelled by the solo player. 3-man stun from the Leona. Carrots waiting for the right time to go in. Chin corruption in. That's going to be a lost CC. But the dunk coming from Babyface. And the dive with Carrots in backline dealing more damage. Gets the triple. Easy keezy.
That is going to be the game here for UST and the match after taking out iAcademy once again in an all-in clash. They take away the game and get a 2-0. They're halfway to tying with TIP. And that's actually going to be quite scary for everyone here.
Yes, with TUP. And with that said, that's going to be the game for UST Toe Tigers. TUP with a score of 9-1. They're going to be
Not enough Garena shells to buy the latest League of Legends skin? On sale now? Get shells anytime, anywhere with your Globe or Touch mobile number. Go to gamer.com.ph and sign up with your mobile number and enter the verification code you will receive via SMS. Log in and choose the game and pin you want. Check out to purchase the pin with your load or through your postpaid account and receive the pin on your phone instantly. Never miss a sale on your favorite League of Legends skins and champions with Gamer.